Good morning. Welcome to the channel. Second Act Workshop. Appreciate you viewing this video. If you looked at the thumbnail, yep, got my last paycheck. Now what? It's a question that a lot of us ask as we enter our retirement phase of life. And yeah, it can, it's a different mindset entirely. As I mentioned in another video, I actually had a coworker ask me last year while, after I had announced that I was retiring and getting ready, by the end of the year and everything, he said, "Are you scared?" And I really hadn't thought about that in that vein, because there's just a lot of preparation that goes into it. Financially, you're doing all these things to get ready and all that, but what I've discovered, and my answer to him was no. This is something you prepare for. Yeah, it is, but what I've come to realize, and I've just gone through like the first month of retirement, so the thing that I've really realized is it is a different mindset. Yes, you do not have the quote unquote security of a regular paycheck and a business to go to every day and a routine, that kind of thing. But what you do have is your time back. And what is that worth? What is that worth to you? This is the part of retirement that I'm really, really embracing and enjoying. The fact that you, and again, we're all destined to work. I mean, that's obviously how you survive. But when you trade your time for money, there's something to be said for having your time back. I worked, and I went through some phases where I was laid off or unemployed for a little bit, but in trading that time for money, there's so many things that go into that, the sacrifices that go into that, and now that I have my time. In other words, I can dictate what I do with my time at this point. The one thing that surprised me is you can get very busy. You can also get very busy doing nothing. But and I'm not faulting that for anybody, but that's not something that I want to do, which is why I have a woodworking business on the side. I'm woodworking, crafts, things like that. Doing this YouTube channel because the YouTube thing is very new for me. I've only been doing it a few weeks, and there's a learning curve to it, and that part I'm really enjoying and trying to embrace it. But having that, having my time back where I can dictate how I use it is allowing me to spread my wings a little bit. And so yeah, you traded time all these years for a paycheck and quote unquote that financial security of that, and so now, again, this has not gone without some kind of planning and preparation. But now's the time to embrace, fully embrace that. Maybe there are things, and these are things that I'm certainly looking at. Spending time. With trying to get into healthy habits and take care of myself health-wise. Branching out into new things as far as, again, like learning this YouTube lifestyle, as well as the creative part of arts and crafts and the woodworking business, that sort of thing. But being able to do that as well as spending time with family. I've got grandkids. Married. My wife is actually. I was talking with her this morning. She's coming up on retirement, and I was reminding her that this last year goes fairly quickly, and it's like, okay, now you got 11 months left. So yeah, just being able to step back just a little bit, and instead of reacting to things a lot, which is when you're working full time and all these other things that require attention, that are part of your lifestyle and family and everything, it can get chaotic. And so now that your time is back, there's a little more purpose in how you delegate and what you can pay attention to. This is the part that I'm appreciating. So yeah, I don't have that regular paycheck coming in, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. There was preparation behind it, and retirement doesn't mean you quote unquote stop working. I've been looking, at other YouTubers and what they do, and there are just all kinds of things, in the retirement lifestyle that people do, to earn money. Some people, and it's about having several streams of income. It's not necessarily just, your pension, Social Security, or what you've put aside in investments or 401k. That's a big part of it, and it's certainly part of what my wife and I have done. But yeah, there are other things you can do. It's what are the streams of income you can develop because you have the time. Wow. I'm just telling you that the time part is huge for me, and it's time that that Sunday, the Sunday evening before you went into the workplace on Monday, there was kind of that little angst, that little okay, I got to get up and go to work in the morning, and I'm not talking about it as a negative, but there was a little bit of angst about, okay, what is the next week going to bring me as far as work? What am I going to have to deal with? And there's a little level of stress behind that, and that now is gone. Man, that's a life changer. Oh my goodness. So you have your time back, your stress level is less. That gives you the environment to, if you do need to develop other streams of income, it allows you to do that. So anyway, yep, last paycheck. And you know what? I'm glad. Hey, if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Again, this is Second Act Workshop. The whole idea behind developing this channel was to share my experiences and answer some questions that maybe people have asked me, or that other people have coming up when they're looking at this phase of their life. There's just so much to do, and so much to explore, and that's my plan for this channel. I'm going to share that, and hopefully we can all learn from it, and hopefully it can be a little entertaining. Anyway, again, like and subscribe, and thanks for the view, and I'll see you on the next video.